Jack Nation, your boy Buckets, alongside Coach Kyle Keller, men's basketball. And Coach, coming off a kind of a light week for you guys, only the one game on Thursday, but it was a big game. We had Seattle U here in the Sawmill, and you guys go to overtime in that game, but end up getting the win and just going to further prove how tough it is for teams to go on the road and win in this conference, right?
Yes, I mean, I'm not sure anybody won on the road last week. And I don't know how the weekend results were. We were gone, but hadn't studied it. But it is hard to win on the road, and hopefully we'll continue to be, at least for the opponents that come in here. That's for sure.
So, you guys have got a little bit of a homestand coming up this week, and two. I don't want to get ahead of myself. It's still fairly early in the WAC season, but these are two big games. I mean, we've got GCU, who just suffered their first loss on the road at Seattle over the weekend, and then CBU coming in on Saturday. Let's start with the GCU game. I think the consensus is that this is the best team in the WAC. I don't think anybody's arguing that as far as like people that talk about the conference. This matchup for your team, how do you see it? Like, what are you guys going to be able to do with this team that other teams maybe haven't been able to do so far this year?
Well, I don't know. They're very consistent scoring. They've done a great job all year of spreading their scoring out. They've 3 or 4 legitimate scorers on their team, perimeter and inside. Make it really challenging for you who you want to take away, who you don't. They always have guys that can get 20-plus points a night. Scott Foster, I think leads our league in scoring. Maybe brings an element with size on the wing that can really score. McLaughlin, to me, probably impacts winning more than anybody at the 4 spot for him. So, and then Harrison's, I think, maybe the preseason player of the year, and we know what he did to us last year at their place. So it'll be a challenge for us. I mean, they did a great job, non-conference. I think they had one road game, maybe a non-conference, but they took care of business, and we know we'll have our hands full, and it'll be an exciting time for us, and for us to have a chance to win the regular season championship, it's a game we have to have.
So you guys, I mentioned it being kind of a light week last week for you guys with just the game on Thursday. You had just come off that road trip to Utah. How good was it for your guys I know you gave them a couple of days off after the game on Thursday. How good was it for them to kind of recharge the batteries and maybe get refocused a little bit as we lead into these 2 big games this week?
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, I think our guys got, some bodies back right, and practiced last night. This is Monday, practice Sunday night for a couple hours, and it was really a good competitive practice after taking Friday and Saturday off. I was really pleased with how hard our guys went, how competitive they were, how tough-minded they were. We know what's at stake today, this week as we go into it, and games we have to win to give us a chance to stay in the race. I don't know how far we can get away from the teams that are at the top to have a chance to win the championship that we'd all like to win. But our team's won 7 out of 8. We feel really good about ourselves. We're playing much better than we were through a couple of week stretch, and back to where kind of we were to start the year. So our guys are confident. They got swagger about them. They know what they have to do, and we just got to continue to go out there and do it. We're playing really well.
So that GCU team that's coming in here on Thursday, they're used to playing in front of a really good environment there in Phoenix. But talk about that environment that we had here in the Sawmill on Thursday. We had students back on campus. The student section was as full as I've seen it in a while. We had the flashlights waving during starting lineups. Like, how good was that environment on Thursday?
It's great. Being home here, we've had great crowds. They're expecting another great crowd on Thursday. I'm sure there'll be a lot of great promotions and great student involvement. We need it. We need the people that are buying their season tickets to show up. 1 versus 2 here on Thursday night. It's a big conference game as we've had here, in recent memory. So, we enjoy the enthusiasm. We enjoy the emotion, the passion that comes with playing in a home contest. We have opportunities coming, in a row. Build on that momentum from an overtime game. Then you feel it. We drew off our crowd late in the game. Our defense got better as the game went along, and we need the passion from not only our students but everybody here. And we enjoy playing for our players enjoy playing for their peers.
So Purple Haze is running They've got their Instagram post. They're talking about the themes for the upcoming games. The theme for Thursday against GCU, wear your purple. It's a purple out for Thursday's game. Check them out on Instagram, SFA Purple Haze. You can get all the details on all that stuff. Coach, we're looking forward to having a packed house in here, and man, it's a marquee game here in the Sawmill. I can't wait.
Our guys deserve it. They played really well. I mean, this is a highlight to me of the WAC season is when, and we've had success with GCU coming in here, and I hopefully expect the same. And we know it'll be, both teams compete at a high level, and bring your cowbells, whatever you need to make noise, and it'll be a lot of fun on Thursday night at 6:30 in the Sawmill.
All right, Coach. Looking forward to calling this one.
Thanks, Buckets.
All right, guys. Axe 'em Jacks.